Welcome everybody. I hope you're doing wonderful. So, I am going to do a reading today, right now, for King Von. He's a rapper out of um, Chicago, Illinois. I actually got put, or kind of found them through my interest in the Kanika Jenkins case. Um, you know, Found like the Chicago drill rap scene. It's something I like to listen to and stuff when I'm cleaning and all that. But then, it led me um, to learn about a culture that I wasn't privy to. The larger city dynamic, the kill or be killed type dynamic. These kids that grow up in these types of places, gangs originally were formed because police were not coming to these areas, and it was a way to police their own community and to also give back and protect the people in their community. It has turned into something very different. It's, killing for sport almost. They're like picking, it's like a war. It really is. They don't call it Chirac for nothing. It is an awful, awful place, and I feel so terrible for all these children that grow up in this dynamic because basically you're put into a situation because of the areas that you live in. You either have to join a gang at a very young age, very young, 10, 9, 8, in gangs out of necessity because either you join it or you get killed or get messed with until you're killed ultimately. You know, it's very hard to progress because these gangs are not trying to better their community. They're making it worse. You can't even go outside and play as a kid in these types of places without getting shot. The accidentally getting shot because of some gang activity going on. Like this, that issue as a whole is awful, and we or me, normal people that are grow up in regular neighborhoods and not in this type of environment would we wouldn't know how to survive. We couldn't survive. It takes a whole different kind of mentality. It's something that I've become really passionate about because of my looking into it. If I ever have a chance one day, I want to be able to do something to help these children because that's all I can think of. Like young Pappy, who was so talented, so talented. The life expectancy is so short in these areas. You got to leave a legacy so your name will be remembered type. You know, it's just a mentality that was foreign to me. And, understanding the mentality, it makes it even more heartbreaking for me. So, I just, King Von was 26. He had such like a soft demeanor. I just loved how soft spoken he was and like gentle he seemed. And I actually liked his style. He had a very unique style. He was very talented, and it is sour loss, but he did create a legacy for himself. So his full name is Davon Daquan Bennett. He was known as King Von. He was born on August the 9th, 1994, in Chicago, Illinois. He was killed on November the 6th, 2020. He was apparently involved in an altercation in a downtown nightclub in Atlanta that took place between two groups of men. One of them was associated with rapper Quando Rondo. I have no clue who that is. Around 3:20 a.m., the dispute resulted in a shootout, which two cops attempted to break up with additional gunfire. Two people were killed and three others were wounded. King Von was taken to the hospital in critical condition. He later died that day, and yeah, he was only 26 years old. So I send love and healing to his family and to him, that he goes into the light and can get peace. So we're gonna look into what went down, what caused the altercation. on November the 6th, 2020. And let's get into it. Spirit guides, guardian angels, please join me, grant me a new light. Keep me safe from anything that wishes me harm. So can you please show me what happened to cause the altercation between the with to cause King Von to have the altercation that led to his death? What caused the altercation that led to the death of King Von? Please show me with the tarot what caused the cause of the altercation that led ultimately to the death of King Von. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands. So let's see. The Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. The Seven of Swords. Okay. Six of Cups in the past. Strength reversed. The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Judgment in reverse. Queen of Cups. And the Fool in reverse. Interesting. And the Moon. So there's some female energy going on here. Because we have the Moon on the bottom, which is lies, deceit, deception, illusion, as well as the feminine energy. And then there's the Queen of Cups also. Some type of female, for sure. It's the energy I'm picking up here. So I'm going to take a moment to meditate with my cards, and I will be right back. And we're going to discuss this. It's very interesting pulls here. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so with the Page of Wands, the first card, it's all about adventure, excitement, fresh ideas, being very, this page is very energetic. Um, you know, Passion to succeed, being inexperienced, maybe just like a little bit of fear of the unknown, um, abstract ideas, and, you know, squandering new opportunities that you could have taken advantage of, getting easily distracted, with one idea after another, um, squandering opportunities to advance yourself, um, you could, or, alternatively, it could be like trying to move on a certain idea, but, and gathering your resources and doing something, to conquer every obstacle. Needing to let your ideas shine and be known to the world. This card usually indicates a level of success that can only be achieved when courage is deployed. So being very courageous. It could be like possibilities and adventures, like a fleeting romance, a new position or project, taking risk or eagerness for a challenge. It could also be small financial gifts or temptations regarding spending. Um, the second card is the Ten of Pentacles, which is legacy, roots, ancestry, inheritance, sudden windfall, foundations, privilege, affluence and stability, tradition. The Ten of Pentacles deals with permanence and satisfaction. This card, shows that everything that you have put efforts into for a long time will pay off in the future. Your legacy is sure to stand for quite some time, as indicated there. Um, it also shows, that the happiness that you experience is because of the many seeds of happiness and, and the shared lives of others, particularly like family members and relatives. It it points to the importance of these people in your life. The symbolism is rooted both like and financial success and stability. It shows affluence and like a lack of financial struggle. It also implores you to make decisions that will not only have positive results in the present, but also, in the long term. The decisions that you make should produce positive results that last for generations to come, trickling down to your offspring. It could be like a financially stable couple, relationship milestones, family approval, creating a lasting career, a stable future, but and developing, making for a financially secure future for yourself. So the Seven of Swords is a card about lies, trickery, scheming, strategy, resourcefulness, sneakiness, being cunning. This card is said to be about betrayal and deception. It may imply, that you or like someone in your life is having difficulty getting away with something. There are instances, when we are forced to be sneaky, hoping that we will not be discovered. When we are found out, we have to face the consequences, whether it's embarrassment, punishment, or worse. There are instances, there could have been like instances when he had to think on his feet, or you have to think on your feet, and did something that was shrewd and out of character. Now there's a danger of some type of secret coming out, right? You may be tempted to sneak away from somewhere when this card appears, like indicating that a situation is no longer working as expected. Instead of dealing with it, you could have, if it's in the past, he could have chose to sneak away hoping that he would go unnoticed, or hoping that an issue would resolve itself over time. Um, it this card in general indicates, maybe you thought you got away with something, but you've come to discover that the situation has you cornered and you are found out as you were trying to escape. There are instances when the Seven of Swords could indicate a willingness to go solo. You may have the urge to explore and to get and discover like some things on your own. It could be wanting to assert your independence and bypass a group agreement. Um, it's lies and deception. Sorry, guys, I can't think of what it's called. A Werther's in my mouth right now. It's lies and deception. It could be like an affair, feeling suspicious, even gossip, sabotage, jealousy, working strategically, as well as shady business deals, fraud, theft, scams, all that. And then we have the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups tells us that this is going to be in the past. Whatever happened to cause the altercation is something that is from the past. Because the Six of Cups represents the past. So the sneakiness maybe of him in the past it has led to the events that happen presently. So, the Six of Cups is, comfort, sentimental, nostalgia, memories, familiarity. It represents generosity, naive happiness, and childhood as well. It can stand for wanting to return to a happier time, you know, but many, these memories of things in the past can also, mean that you may be returning to a familiar place. This could be like your hometown, old friend's home, a school, or any place that holds a lot of meaning. It could be that you're seeking to reconnect with people from your past. This card can also suggest that you may have suffered like a loss or a disappointment of sorts, and you are making a journey home. But it mainly, the general context is looking to the past to find the answer to the crisis or challenge, you're facing now. Um, you know, it also could be financial gifts and sharing finances that happened in the past. And it's also like reconnecting with your ex from the past, reliving happy memories, healing after a breakup, returning to previous work, or not learning lessons, stuff like that from the past, not learning lessons from the past. So now we have the Strength in Reverse card. So the Strength in Reverse is self doubt, weakness, low confidence, inadequacy, cowardliness, as well as forcefulness. An upside down Strength card can mean that you are currently or about to experience an intense anger or fear in your life. Um, you may seem to like be lacking inner strength. Um, the inner strength basically that the normal upright card represents. It could even be experiencing fear or lack of conviction and confidence in your own abilities. It could also mean that you're experiencing depression because like of a number of reasons, and that's draining you of all the happiness in your life. It could also be a sign of jealousy. So, self-esteem issues, negativity about love, the imposter syndrome, fear of making big moves, compulsive spending, or like hesitancy about spending type thing. Either one. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which is going to be the spark that came in, that was this new energy that came in. It's new information that comes into you that creates a spark, and creates, it's a spark that creates what we have here in the Page of Wands. So this, and then the Ace, these are both going to be the root cause, or the roots that led to it, so to speak. So this is what the Ace of Wands set off the Page of Wands, who, went forward with the idea, or, whatever. So the Ace of Wands is, inspiration, a creative spark, a new passion, energy to pursue an idea that you have in mind, taking the first steps to to create a project or to start one. The Ace of Wands calls out to you to follow your instincts, basically. If you think that a project that you've been dreaming of is a good idea, then this card signals that it is, do it, a good idea. And also perhaps it could be like that you're waiting for a sign to start a project. This card pushes you to act now, you know, or it could indicate the occurrence of a breakthrough moment in your life. This is a time when you are motivated and inspired about a passion project or an idea. You're excited about the opportunities that are opening up for you in the near future. It's excitement and passion. It could be flirtation, romance, attraction, um, be feeling inspired, and into your financial struggles, or inspiration in making money. And the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Mischances, scarcity, a deficiency, instability, stinginess, and bad investments. It usually heralds an opportunity of some sort that would lead to great gains, but to see it reverse, it could mean that this could be a poor investment, requiring more resources than you have. Or alternatively, it might be missing your chance. It may mean that you're about to face like hard financial times, as well as miss out on elusive opportunities. you're being advised basically against taking large risks when it appears in the reverse, and to think your choices through when given a deal. Um, it would be like needing to seek advice from others to avoid rush decisions. The time just isn't right, basically. Um, it wouldn't be a good time to like jump into a new job or a business opportunity, especially if the main motivation for joining the pursuit is of higher financial gain. It could be an illusion that could lead to your downfall. Money issues in a relationship, missed work opportunities, invested in the wrong career, as well as scarcity and bad financial decisions. And then we see the judgment in reverse. This is like self doubt, lack of self awareness, failure to learn lessons. Um, behind in your being falling behind in your plans, which can make it difficult to move forward. Being too critical of your past actions, the mistakes that you made in the past aren't being used, not learning from them. You're not learning from them. So, or it could be focusing too hard on these mistakes can cause you to trip and fall. It could indicate in a relationship that you're blaming your partner or you're in denial about your love life. Self doubt, failure to take responsibility for your mistakes, a failure to learn lessons. Now we have the Queen of Cups. This is like the appearance of the Queen of Cups in a reading can be guiding you to find help from others. Most times, like the other queens, this is a female figure that will come into your life. The Queen of Cups has an intuition which is very powerful. The Queen of Cups acts as a mirror and reflects the depths present in others, so they see themselves in a new light. It can also represent um, and represent can also reflect your relationships with other people. You may be the emotional rock that serves as an anchor for someone else. You may be here to help teach and support others. Um, it's also lacking rationality and common sense. It indicates that the Queen of Cups could be the answer to your problems. Deepening existing relationships could be also an indication. Taking the role of carer, seeking out support and compassion, using your resources to care for others, giving, charity, and generosity. So it's some type of interesting. This is very interesting. And then we have the Fool in reverse, which is very reckless, careless, naive, foolish, and gullible. It can mean that you are literally acting like a fool by disregarding the repercussions of your actions, like the youth depicted on the card. You know, you don't see the danger, how dangerous of a position you've put yourself in or you find yourself in. It could also show that you're living in the moment and not planning for the future. It usually serves as a caution that you should be more aware so that you're not taken advantage of. Um, you know, and it's also to be weary of, things or anything that might sound too good to be true. Um, it's like a lack of commitment or a risky relationship, a stale and boring job, reckless actions, foolish purchases, and cautious about, like, needing to be cautious about financial opportunities. Okay, so it seems to me, so this could be mother. Queen of Cups could be a mother figure in the past. This could be a previous person that he was with in the past, like an ex that used her money. Okay, so this is all alleged. Okay, right. So just what I feel from the energy here. This is like the green light. You know what I mean? Um, what do they say in like Chicago and stuff? If you got a green light, that when it's a go time, like there's money on your head. Whoever kills you first gets the money type thing. When the green light is put out for you, it's like that's what it was. He had the green light put out on him for something he did in the past, or for for something, some type of deception from the past, something he did in the past. And because they didn't want to miss out on the opportunity, they had to do it then to get the money. Because here's the money. This is where the idea came, the money. This is why it happened. And this is what sparked it. And this is who. So a woman put on out the green light, so put money on his head to have him killed. Maybe did she have a kid with him? Something like that. Interesting. Did he have any kids or something? Ex-wife, even a wife. I don't know. So, but it's something from the past, and his lack of, self-awareness, hasn't learned his lessons type thing. So she got them because she made a decision and put him in a situation where he didn't know he was in danger. And yeah, this woman was imbalanced. She wanted to even the score because, they might have shared fine. He might have been taking care of her. He might have been paying for her, and he was not doing that anymore. Um, yeah, that's really what I feel. I don't know how this can fit in. I don't really know too much about his like life in general. So this could be a mother, or it could be an ex. I feel like it's somebody who's in a relationship with, because I just all the cards laid out for me seems like it was a woman that he did dirty in the past, and she was the spark that created it. Interesting. Tell me what you guys think. It's okay. Rest in peace, King Von, and anybody, the other people that were hurt. I hope they heal fast, and the other person that died, I hope they rest in peace as well. Love and light, and have a great day, y'all.